Every spring, American gardeners spend billions of dollars buying seeds, and most of those seeds are hybrids that will not grow true if you try to save them, which means you are locked into buying new packets year after year. Meanwhile, the Amish have been planting the same family seed lines for generations. They never buy seeds from a catalog. They never depend on a store, and their gardens just keep going. After 3 decades of growing my own food, I learned 5 seed-saving methods from Amish growers in Lancaster County that changed everything. Method number 4 is one most people get wrong, and getting it right makes all the difference. Plus, I have a bonus tip at the end on how the Amish store seeds so they stay viable for 5 years or more. Before we get into the methods, you need to understand why the Amish take seed saving so seriously. For them, it is not a hobby, it is survival. A family that saves its own seeds never has to depend on anyone else to eat. And over decades of selecting seeds from only their strongest, best tasting plants, those varieties become perfectly adapted to their exact soil and climate. The Amish call these family seeds, and some lines have been passed down for over 100 years. That kind of resilience and flavor cannot be bought in a packet. It has to be grown, selected, and earned season after season. The first method is where everything starts, selecting the right plants to save from. The Amish never save seeds from just any plant. They walk their rows throughout the season and mark the strongest performers with a piece of twine. They look for plants that fruited earliest, produced the most, resisted disease, and tasted the best. Those are the only plants they save seed from. This is natural selection that makes each generation slightly better adapted to your specific garden. Now, this only works with open pollinated or heirloom varieties, not hybrids. Hybrids will not grow true from saved seed. So look for the words open pollinated or heirloom on the packet. Great beginner varieties include Brandywine and Amish paste tomatoes, Kentucky wonder beans, and Bloomsdale long-standing spinach. Method number 2 is dry seed saving, the easiest way to start. This is for beans, peas, lettuce, peppers, and most flowers. Let the fruit or pod stay on the plant until it is completely dry and brown. For beans and peas, leave the pods on the vine until they rattle when you shake them. For peppers, let the fruit wrinkle on the plant until the seeds inside are hard. For lettuce, let it bolt, flower, and wait until the seed heads are dry and fluffy. Spread harvested seeds on a paper plate for about a week to remove all moisture, then store in labeled paper envelopes. No special equipment, no complicated steps. Amish children learn this by age 6, and there is no reason you cannot start this season with a single packet of heirloom beans. Number 3 is the method the Amish use for their most prized crop, tomatoes. It is called wet fermentation. When you cut open a ripe tomato, the seeds are coated in a gel that prevents them from sprouting too early. To remove that coating, you ferment it away. Scoop the seeds and gel from your best ripe tomato into a small jar, add half a cup of water, and set it in a warm spot out of direct sunlight. Swirl it once or twice a day. After 3 to 4 days, you will see a thin layer of mold on the surface. That looks alarming, but it is exactly what you want. The mold breaks down the gel coating and kills seed-borne disease in the process. Pour off the mold and debris, rinse the good seeds that sank to the bottom through a fine strainer, and spread them on a paper plate to dry for a full week. Those seeds will be clean, disease-free, and ready to plant next spring. Now, what I'm showing you today is just one piece of a much bigger picture. The Amish don't do anything in isolation. Every technique connects to a whole system, and that system is what makes the difference between a garden that struggles and a garden that practically takes care of itself. I spent years learning how it all fits together, and I've put everything into a step-by-step guide called the 30-Day Amish Pest-Proof Garden Protocol. It's got the complete 5 defense layers, the companion planting charts, the 4-bed crop rotation, all of it laid out day by day, so you're never guessing what to do next. If you want to go deeper than what we can cover in one video, there are 2 easy ways to get it. You can click the link right down there in the description below this video, or if you're watching this on your TV or your computer, just grab your phone, open up the camera, and point it at the QR code on screen right now. It'll take you straight to the guide. No searching, no typing anything in. All right, let's keep going. Method number 4 is where most seed savers make a costly mistake. Preventing cross-pollination. If you grow 2 varieties of squash side by side, bees carry pollen between them, and the seeds you save will be a random cross. Next year, you plant expecting butternut and get something strange strange and inedible, the Amish avoid this by understanding which crops self-pollinate and which need isolation. Tomatoes, beans, peas, and lettuce are self-pollinators. Each flower fertilizes itself before it opens, so cross-pollination is extremely rare. These are the safest crops to save from, but squash, cucumbers, corn, and melons cross very easily through insects or wind. The Amish handle this by growing only one variety of each cross-pollinating species per season, or spacing them at least a quarter mile apart. If space is limited, start saving seed from self-pollinators only and buy fresh seed for your squash and corn. The fifth method goes beyond your own garden, and it is one of the most beautiful traditions in Amish culture: community seed exchanges. Amish families do not just save seeds for themselves, they share them at church, gatherings across the fence with neighbors, and at community events. This is not just generosity, it is a survival strategy. By sharing across dozens of families, the Amish maintain a living, informal seed bank with enormous genetic diversity. If one family loses a crop to disease, the variety survives because 10 other families are growing it too. You can do the same thing. Start a seed swap at your local garden club or among friends. Bring labeled envelopes of your best saved seed and trade for varieties you have never tried. Within a few years, you will have a collection adapted to your area that money cannot buy. Now, here is the bonus tip I promised, and it is all about storage. The Amish store their seeds in paper envelopes inside airtight glass jars, often mason jars, with a small scoop of powdered milk wrapped in a piece of cloth tucked inside as a natural moisture absorber. They keep these jars in a cool, dark place like a basement or root cellar where the temperature stays between 35 and 45 degrees. Under these conditions, most vegetable seeds stay viable for 3 to 5 years, and some, like tomatoes and beans, can last even longer. The key is keeping the seeds dry, cool, and dark. Heat and humidity are the enemies. If you follow this simple storage method, you will never have to wonder whether last year's seeds are still good. Now, what I've shared with you today is a real piece of the puzzle, but it's still just one piece. If you're tired of fighting the same battles every season, if you want a garden that actually works with you instead of against you, then I'd really encourage you to check out the guide I put together. It's called the 30-Day Amish Pest-Proof Garden Protocol, and it's everything I've learned from my Amish neighbors over the last 3 decades, organized into a simple day-by-day plan you can start this season. It covers the full 5 defense layers to build a garden that defends itself from the soil up. It's got the complete 4-bed crop rotation system that stops disease and pests before they ever get a foothold, and it includes a companion planting field guide so you know exactly what to grow next to what and why. Now, there are 2 easy ways to grab it. The first way is to click the link in the description right below this video. Just scroll down a little and you'll see it. The second way, if you're watching on a television or a computer screen, is to take out your phone, open up your camera like you're going to take a picture, and hold it up to the QR code you see on screen right now. A little link will pop up at the top of your phone screen. Just tap that, and it'll bring you right to the guide. No typing, no searching. Either way works. I think it's the best investment you can make in your garden this year.